Good morning. This is Ray with another segment of God's creations. What you're looking at here is a rain tree, sometimes called a golden rain tree. I think I recorded one of these last fall, or the one that blooms in October. But this blooms now in May, and the day is Memorial Day, and it's in full bloom. And yet, this one that blooms in May and the one that blooms in October are alike in every aspect except the time that they bloom. The bloom pods, the seed pods, the leaves, the trunk, they all look alike, but they're definitely two different varieties in the same genus as a rain tree family. These are native to Southeast Asia, introduced into Europe in the 1700s. Where I saw this one was in the Smoky Mountains a number of years ago. And as I was driving along I-40, I would see this blooming out in the forest. And I finally got to a place where I was going to a college, and it had just finished blooming there. And I found little seedlings underneath the tree and brought them home with me. But the other rain tree that I have that blooms in October, I found in southwest Georgia. And that variety there always blooms in October. This one always blooms in May, and so they are somewhat different. And I love the bloom pods as well as I do the flowers themselves, because they come out and look like thousands of little Chinese lanterns hanging all over the tree. And they begin as sort of brown bronze looking, and not every one of these blooms that you see on this will become a seed pod, but many of them will, and you'll see these bloom pods hanging as you see these bloom pods all over the tree. Those seed pods are as gorgeous as the blooms, and instead of lasting for a week or so, they will last a couple of months before they finally turn brown and begin to shed. But the rain tree, I think, is a beautiful tree. It is invasive by seeds because it will have thousands of seeds, and they will seed out and they will come up in these daylily beds. So I just pull them up and give them away or destroy them. Rain tree, beautiful plant for your garden. Now I'm going to pan around and show you and share with you another flower that grows in my garden. And this plant I keep in a pot. And as we approach it, you can see that it is not the plumbago. I will do that at a later time. But right here is a plant that's called Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow. It's a Broomfelicia. It's a native of Brazil. It's also known as Kiss Me Quick. And the name Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow is because of the flowers. And if you will look at the flowers closely here, when they bloom the first day, they are quite dark purple. And then the second day that the bloom is on the plant, it is this lighter colored lavender. And then the third day, they are almost white. And maybe this is the lightest colored one right there. And perhaps over here is the second days. See, they're a little bit, see the difference in the color. But this plant is, as long as it's blooming, it has all three of these colors on the plant all at the same time. And it's quite attractive. And it does bloom several times for me during the year. It will even bloom in winter because I keep it in a pot and I carry it inside, and it will even bloom in winter if it's taken care of well. It's supposed to produce seeds, but I've never seen one. I've tried to root it before, and it is impossible for me to root. I've never been able to root a piece of it, but uh, I like the plant, and like I said, I keep it in a pot so that I may not lose it. In Psalms 122, David wrote, "I rejoice with those who said to me, 'Let us go into the house of the Lord.'" The restrictions of this COVID scare, are lifting, yet many believers are not heading back to church. The house of the Lord for David was the tent or the tabernacle. Jesus met every Sabbath in the synagogue to worship his Father and teach people. Our house of the Lord is where the church meets. The scriptures tell us not to neglect our meeting, as some people do, but encourage one another, especially now that the day of his return is drawing near. Hebrews 10:25. Today is Memorial Day, a day to remember our fallen soldiers, military people. But every Sunday is the day that we remember our Lord who gave himself for us. God bless, and have a great day.